Hey, what's up, you guys? This is John Chacon with Austin Performance Fitness. Got some great information for you guys today. Actually, part of it is sad. I got a question from my own mother, who is actually a huge inspiration in my life as far as fitness and training, and got me where I am today to help other people. But she's had arthritis pretty severely in her fingers through the later part of her life, but it hasn't been to a point where it's been debilitating for her. She can still do things. But she recently had a flare-up to where her fingers, all the joints in her hand, and her wrists were so inflamed and sore and painful that she couldn't even do her job or just enjoy normal things in life. And I hated hearing about that. And what's worse is the doctor that she saw didn't think anything of it, even though it came on after a medication that she had. That's just a quick reminder for you guys to always ask your doctor about things. And if they don't provide you an answer, go find an answer because you deserve it. But my point is, she loves to swing kettlebells and she is very strong. She does push-ups, she does chin-ups, something everybody should be able to do. And I love her. So I want to come up with some things to show her what she could do when she can't use her hands, how she can build upper body strength. Even something as simple as a push-up hurts her wrists and her fingers. But I also want to remind you guys that, hey, if you continue to work out in every other area of your body that does not cause you pain, you will still maintain some strength in that area that you're unable to use. For instance, if you have a broken limb, use every other limb that you have, even the other side, perhaps it's an arm, and the rest of your body to continue to train in ways that don't cause you pain so you can recover quicker, okay? It has helped and I've seen it work. I've seen it on myself as well. So, that being said, a couple body weight things you can do. She only has a couple different types of kettlebells that she has available to her. So, it's either kettlebells or body weight, okay? So, a couple things you can do. First off, I would stick to mainly body weight movements. A couple basic ones: squatting, feet shoulder width, toes straight ahead or slightly pointed out, knees out to the side, butt back, shoulder blades together, coming straight down, keeping the heels up off the ground, okay? You can either have your hands out or hands behind your head, coming straight down, either one's okay. Variations of the lunge, okay? We have a reverse lunge, where you take a step back, that back foot glides across the ground until that knee is 1 or 2 inches above the ground, toes are straight ahead, this front heel is down, this knee is slightly in front of this ankle, drive straight up, squeeze your butt at the top, you can switch sides. You also have a front lunge, okay, where you're coming forward, and then you drive off that front leg, stand back up. You also have a walking lunge, keeping the torso fully erect, come all the way up, and drive through. Okay, you also have a split squat, which is like a lunge, but you're not moving. You're only going up and down. You're not actually moving your foot across the ground any distance. So you establish that foot, you're going to center your body right between your feet. One foot's in front, one foot's behind. As you come down, you're going to drop straight to the ground and straight back up. What you'll want to avoid is coming forward and going back. Do your best to come down, lower yourself under control, drive straight back up. Make sure when you drop down, you don't let that knee touch. Next, don't want to forget about the glutes. We got glute bridge variations. You got your 2-foot variation. Drive your feet into the ground, shoulder width apart, squeeze your butt. Raise your hips to the ceiling until your torso is in line with your legs. Drop back down, explode up powerfully, squeeze your butt. Other variation, you can use a single leg variation. You bring your knee towards your chest, point this toe up towards your knee, drive this foot into the ground, squeeze your butt, elevate those hips up, come down. A couple ways you can increase the difficulty of those movements. One, you can hold it up at the top longer. You can also elevate your foot or you can elevate your shoulders, depending on what types of equipment and things you have available in your environment, okay? So, you can also do sprints, guys. You can do heavy sprints, running. You can also go long distance running if that's a thing for you. Now, for upper body types of things, some things I would recommend, especially when you're still able to use a kettlebell. There are ways to load squats and presses without putting a lot of stress on your wrists and on your fingers. One of them is holding the kettlebell. I actually don't even know what I would call this, but you're going to hold the kettlebell with more of a neutral posture with your hands, with your palms facing each other. And the palms are just going to be slightly underneath. They're actually going to be facing each other like so. You can also put underneath like this, so that you have your thumbs wrapped around on the handles, as long as it doesn't cause pain. From here, you drop your elbows in tight to your sides, feet shoulder width, squeeze your butt. From here, let me take that back. You probably don't want to have that handle facing your face, because it might hit you in the nose. From here, drive straight overhead until the arms are fully extended, your bicep is in line with your ear, shoulder blades are together, come straight back down. Taking that breath, press all the way up. You can also do a push press variation where you dip down, knees out to the side, butt back, drive straight overhead, come back down, okay? Now, next variation, it's called a bottoms up press. I've actually seen people with a lot of wrist pain get out of their wrist pain when they can do this. Now, my mom might have some trouble gripping the kettlebell because she has difficulty, and I think it's her middle finger and her thumb to actually grip something, but you can use the rest of your fingers to grip as much as possible. When you set up for the bottoms up press, first thing you do is establish your grip. So you're going to come down, have that kettlebell, the handle of the kettlebell is going to be facing directly in front of you. You're going to come down with your palm, grip around the kettlebell, okay, so your wrist is actually going to be fairly neutral. It's not going to be bent, okay. Grip the kettlebell as tight as you can, come straight up. Again, notice, wrist is straight, my knuckles are pointed straight up. I'm gripping this kettlebell with a lot of force, okay. Have your elbow in tight to your side. Feet shoulder width, squeeze your butt, taking your breath, press straight overhead, look up at it. It helps to watch it because it's a very uneven type movement, okay? A little chaotic, you're not quite sure where it's going to come. Taking that breath again, press overhead. You can also do a push press variation, okay? You can also simply just walk with the kettlebell in this position, okay? Again, if this hurts the wrist or the fingers or any part, don't continue on with it, okay? These are just some great variations to help you guys get in a great workout even when you can't hold on to things. You don't realize what you have until you don't have it, right? We hold on to everything with our wrists and with our fingers, so you have to get really creative, guys. But don't forget to stick to the basics. Even when you can't do basic things like pull-ups and push-ups or holding on to implements or tools, when you do movements, you can get a lot done with body weight, guys. There's almost a never-ending list, and I just showed you guys a few of the basic things that you can do. So, even if your wrist pain and your fingers are hurting or swollen tight, until you can get that pain and that swelling and that inflammation to go away, there are ways to continue to progress and train and work out, okay? Don't let those things be your guys' excuse. In fact, you'll be stronger for it if you continue, just as long as you're not pushing through the pain, okay? And my mom knows that very well. She knows that if she continues to take ibuprofen, that she's just going to mask that pain, and those areas that are swollen and inflamed are just going to get worse over time because she's not even noticing it, okay? Don't let that stuff sneak up on you guys. So hopefully that's been a help for you guys. Please pray for my mom, and Mom, I love you, and I hope this helps out. And this has been John Chacon with Awesome Performance Fitness, stronger every day. Peace.